All right, you had a real breakout game the other night. How did that help your confidence and everything moving forward to this game?
I'm just ready to get prepared for the next game. The next scout. So I'm just getting prepared for the next game.
Coach said, he wasn't surprised because you're always here first shooting in the morning and stuff like that. Just talk about your work ethic and why you are always hungry to be better.
You got to stay in the gym if you want to get better. Malcolm Gladwell said 10,000 hours until you be great. So that's what I'm trying to get to.
What do you think about the opponent coming up? They've won some games.
Yeah. I know they're in the top of the Ivy League right now. So they're definitely a good team. We're going to prepare for them just like we do every game and give ourselves the best chance to win.
From a rebounding standpoint, you guys are like in the top 50 for offensive rebounding percentage, and you're using lineups that have 3 and sometimes 4 guards on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
What leads to you guys being so effective?
I'm not part of that, but the 3s, the 4s, and the 5s they go. So they're going every time. Just in hope to get one every other play. You know what I'm saying? So you just got to go every single time and just hope you get it.
How do you feel the overall adjustment, to those 3 and 4 guard sets have been over the last couple of weeks?
I think we've been well within it. I think we're getting used to it slowly, and I'm just getting prepared for the next game and do it again.
One of the things that Coach said the other night was, you're constantly getting better because you're going against DC and Q.
Mm-hmm.
How does that help you, develop your own game?
I'll say definitely toughness. Every day in practice going against them, especially Q, he's being a stronger guy. I got to deal with that every day in practice, so it's definitely, competitive every day.
All right, how's things been going with the team since the big win the other night, and what do you think of the challenge ahead?
Well, with Dartmouth on Friday, we're going to face some of the similar stuff that we saw with Furman, Loyola, and Wofford, except a little more Princeton style to it. They're very good at reading defenses and adjusting and making the proper cuts and different things like that. So we're going to need the same type of defensive effort that we had in all 3 of those games. I thought we took a really good step the other night. With our intensity, with our rebounding off our defensive stops, and with some timely offense as well. So we're still working, and I like our guys' attitude moving forward.
One guy you talked about that works really hard is X, and he had that big game the other night. Just how proud are you of his ethic, and how much is that getting him better from last year?
Well, you're starting to see it, and defensively he gives us a huge lift. And then, in the past, the offense has been kind of a plus. Now it's needed, and so, again, one of the big adjustments is to go from, a role player into a much more of an impact guy. And that's the step from freshman playing to sophomore having to, be a really important guy in the whole system and different things like that. But he's handled it well. And as I said the other night, his work ethic is off the chart. You're starting to see him grow and improve in every facet of the game, which is really, really important for him, and it's going to make an impact on us as well.
Coach, Monday night, your freshmen got early minutes. I know it's only 8 games into the season, but how would you assess their progress?
The most important thing that, and I meet with those guys quite often, and just talk about that, you have to keep getting better every single day. And sometimes it's with playing time, and sometimes, to be honest with you, it's without playing time. And the guys that end up having the careers, we're talking 4-year careers, that are impactful and put themselves in position to be ready for whatever that next step is basketball-wise, are the ones that look at it and understand it is a 4-year process. It is a growing process. And it can't always just be related to how many minutes you play. Everybody wants to play. There's no, and I wouldn't want a guy who didn't want to. But when maybe the minutes aren't what you want, are you still developing? Are you still improving? Those freshmen have to change their bodies, so sometimes they're thrown out there maybe without being truly physically ready. But they gave us a big lift because of the energy. And that's what those sometimes young players have to bring. Now, in practice, we have them doing both. You know, we have them sometimes running the scout team stuff so we can go against really good competition. And it helps them as well because, you know, one of the learning processes is if I know what the other team's running, I should be able to defend it well also. But it also gives them more reps to continue to improve. And those young guys have embraced that, and you're starting to see the development because of it.
Just looking at the box score the other night, I didn't realize that you guys out-rebounded Furman plus 15. Were you expecting to have that kind of performance?
When you look at the last two games, the Nebraska game and that game, you know, I think maybe 3 weeks ago when the whole new system had to emerge because of the injuries and different things like that, I think probably everybody's big concern was our rebounding. That hasn't been a concern. We've done a pretty good job on the glass, and we've done a pretty good job of guarding the post. When we switched Michael on the Curly in the second half, he shut him down. He did a great job. And, you know, that's kind of been a surprise. But what it shows is we're getting rebounding from everybody. And so instead of having someone with 10 to 15 like we're accustomed to Lex getting, we're getting 3 or 4 extra from everybody. And that's made a big difference. We have to do everything in a very team-orientated system and style, and rebounding is a big one in that.
And JB especially, I mean, he had 10 the other night, which is, I think, a career high for him. How does he kind of embrace that role?
He's like the Energizer Bunny, man. He just keeps going and going and going. To get offensive rebounds, you have to go 5 times to get 1. Most guys aren't disciplined enough to go the first 3 and not get any and then go the next 2. He is. Because we got some guys that need to do it a little more, you know, that are bigger and stronger and more athletic than JB, but he just goes every time. And then defensively, he's embraced the physicality. He's gotten stronger. You know, he's gained about 15, 20 pounds since he's been here. So he's not afraid to hit somebody. And there was a couple really good clips when he got caught on a guy that could have just kind of played over the top of him, and he didn't allow him because he hit him early. The key with that is you have to be the first one to make contact. And as a junior, he kind of understands that, and it's helped him a little bit. Now we need some of those younger guys to embrace that as well.
You get this win over Furman, huge win, momentum building win. You have this stretch where you have Utah State, Florida State. Is building momentum now the most important thing for that stretch? I know you're focused on every game.
Yeah, we focus on every game. Obviously, what we want to be able to do is say that going into that 3-game week, Drexel, Utah State, and Florida State, that week we play our best basketball of the season up to that point. And to do that, we got to practice really well the next 2 days, play well against Dartmouth. And then the challenge always is during that finals week, get good workouts in, and then at the end, get good quality practices in as well. You know, because we are a team, again, if you look at it, it's been 3 weeks since we kind of had to change how we needed to play. All right? LaQuincy did not do one thing basketball-wise from the end of the season to the start of this school year. So that's 5 months out. Zach Dawson hasn't played in a competitive game in 2 years. Ray Sean played in 11 or 12, 13 games last year. So we have some guys that had a little inherent rust on them and now changing it. So the key is for our progression. And that's like a postseason week. You know, you're playing on Sunday, then Wednesday, then Saturday against 3 really high-level teams. So we want to be playing really well going into that. So build momentum, not just in the game on Friday, but every day in between is critical for us.